Here I am about to heat some water up in my kettle for some fresh tea. And first thought on Addie LaRue. The atmosphere is pretty cool. I mean, I gotta give the book that. The atmosphere is like New York City vibes. I got my New York sweater on. It's cool. I like the setting. The various settings. Hey guys, it's me again. My tea is done. This cup is pretty dope. Second thought on Addie LaRue. Addie's like approximately 5 million years old, and I'm not sure she knows how to make a cup of tea. Not that I'm any better, because clearly I'm drinking a Lipton green tea, probably from a clearance rack. Yeah, I just don't know if Addie has the skill set to really get on by in the world. She's been around for like 5 bajillion years. In actuality, it's 300 years. But I would like to say, if I was 300 plus years old, I would like to think I would have more of a skill set than Addie does in the book, because Addie is very naive and relies on stealing, cheating, lying, and scheming to get by. And I understand, in fairness, I understand there's a curse placed upon her, but you would think in 300 years she would have a strategy or a set plan of action on how to meet her basic needs. And to that, I'm going to take a sip of this tea. I just shamed Addie for not knowing how to make tea, and I can't make a fucking good tea, even if I tried. So, Addie, you got me there. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just cleaning my toilet. And I had a thought. It is an easy book to read. It's very readable, it's very digestible. You see what I did there as I'm scrubbing the toilet. That's what made me think of that thought, actually. I'm scrubbing this toilet clean, and I was thinking about how digestible this book was. So I'll give it that. Addie, you are a digestible gal. And I appreciate you for that. Thank you, V.E. Schwab. Thought 4. I like that there is a bookshop involved in this story. I don't know where to look on this camera. I like that the story takes place largely in a bookstore. I like that Henry sells books. I like that Addie likes books and reads and is like well read. That's something that I respect about Addie, is that she's been around for 450,000 years and she does read. So that's a plus for her. And yeah, so that's a pretty cool point of the book. I'm just taking a break from cleaning and cracking open a calorie-free water. Love that for me. Thought 5 on Addie LaRue. I don't understand her maturity level. Again, she is infinity years old, and she is still referred to as a girl, and Henry, who's pushing 30, is referred to as a boy. I don't like that in my adult literature. This book was pushed and marketed as an adult book. And it's adult priced, and a bitch is broke. So, I'm expecting some adult content. I don't want my 30-year-olds or my 300-year-olds to be referred to as boys and girls. It just cheapens it so much. The fact that they're like, oh, the boy, the girl, the this, the that. Like, no, you're a grown-ass woman, dare I say grandma, and he is a grown man. Like, I'm 28 years old. I don't want no one referring to me as a boy. Alright? Like, maybe that's a pet peeve of mine, but like, I don't know. Grown men drink calorie-free water, by the way. Henry, what you drinking? Thought number 6. Curls are an envious thing to have. I wish I had curls, but I cut them all off. But I do not need to know that Luke has black curls in every scene he is mentioned in every chapter, every time he is reintroduced. That shit is bothersome, and it's like, you got that big curl energy, I understand, but like, you need to calm down with the curls. Like, I was nicknamed Curly Susan in high school, so I'm just sitting here longingly looking out the window watching the first snow flurry of the winter. And I'm thinking about, why is it that there was so much flowery language used in V.E. Schwab's writing. Like, one thing I don't like is like the descriptive, overly descriptive, Tumblr-esque writing. What does Silk and Tobacco exactly smell like? Like, her writing just pushes this like really cringy poetic tone at points that I'm just like, oh my gosh, everything's described a million times. There's always smoke and curls and all this other like poetic stuff. And like, I get it here and there, but like every time, like this whole book, I feel like it's just sensory overload. I'm like envisioning black curls coming out of his head while I'm smelling him with like oak and tobacco and lavender and fresh laundry and Dove and Febreze. Like, I don't even know what else. Like, sensory overload to the max. Luke was like barely a villain, barely an antagonist. Like, the stakes didn't feel high at all. He was just like walking around, swinging his dick around, sticking his tongue out and going like, bleh. You know what I mean? Like, every time he was around, I'm like, bro, you're just a fucking joke. Like, are we supposed to, like, hate you? Because I'm just laughing at how fucking dumb you are. Like, Addie being afraid of him is just, like, why? There's, like, no threat to him. Besides the initial curse, there's no threat to him. He's all talk. Bro, calm down. Like, there's just nothing interesting about him as a character. My camera was just, like, held wrong this entire clip. There's just nothing interesting about him. Mixed in with the overly descriptive, repetitive physical characteristics. Like, he's supposed to be some gorgeous guy that, like, oh my god, he's so mysterious. Like, we get it, dude, you're mysterious because you're, like, cloaked in darkness and all this other shit, but, like, I'm about to chop your curls all off. Like, I'm back to the curl thing because it just fucking annoyed me so much. So, like, we reached the ending of this video, and my last point is the end of this book. Nothing really happens. I mean, was anyone really surprised at this ending? It just kind of felt like flipping through like a magazine, like, oh, okay, like she won that best dressed poll. You know what I mean? Like, or in Addie's case, I guess you would say she lost. But did she lose? Like, I don't know. That's not even a spoiler. You can see it coming from like minute 1 of the book, how this book is gonna end. I just read it and felt nothing. It's like a 1 or a 2 for me. Like, I really didn't like it. And I know that's unpopular, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. That's the way we ride the horse around here, you know what I mean? Anyway, those are my thoughts. Talk to y'all later. Don't kill me. Bye.